All right, we're live. Yo, it's been a while since I've practiced. Honestly, I haven't really played the drums since June-ish, something like that. Like I've picked up sticks for a little bit, but we're gonna chop out today because I just kind of want to have fun for like the next hour or so, just playing, getting my hands back up to things, and maybe tomorrow I'll actually get back on the drum kit and whatnot. But the reason why I haven't been drumming much is because I spent the better part of a month in hotel rooms, so I didn't want to annoy the people around me. So I wasn't really able to practice, and then had 2 of our 3 dogs die, so I was honestly depressed and just not in the mood to play. I got a lot of video editing done in the leisure, but no drumming. But we're going to do that today. So on my website, which is jaredoleary.com/drum, we got a bunch of stuff, yeah. So we're going to warm up, and I want to warm up with technique exercise, actually. So I'm going to go to here, and what I'm going to do is stick control. We're going to do the advanced version with filler. So we go down to stick control variations, right here, and we're going to do this one. Now, you can start it at 20, but I want to go faster than that. Here we go. So we go down to the description, and let's start at a nice 80. I haven't played in forever, so I have no idea how this is going to sound. Let's turn that up a bit. Little rush. Triplet feel. The rushed. My hand-to-hand timing is off. Inverted diddles. Okay. Not great, not as bad as I thought it was going to be honest, for having not warmed up. I need to move my speaker real quick. Move them a little bit closer. Okay, cool. Let's go a little bit faster. Let's try 90. So we scroll down and then click on 90. Every number that ends with a 0 and a 5 will have this like 5-second of kind of like buffer, but every other number will just jump straight into the tap off. Rushed, that left hand. Close that off. Trying to stay nice and open. Inverted diddles. Yeah, so I can totally feel it. Like my wrist just feels super off because it's like I haven't drummed in 2 months, maybe more. Okay, That's all right. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find my breaking point and just get blood flowing into my hands because I'm going to stretch immediately after this. So let's just keep going up 10 clicks at a time. So we'll try 100 now. Little slurred out. Talking messed me up. Forgot what counter I was on. Not too shabby, not great, but it is what it is. It's a good motivator to, like, you know, actually practice again. Okay, 110. Honestly, my guess is probably 115 will be where my breaking point is at this point, without stretching. A little late on that left. Okay. I'm gonna actually lower the volume of this. It's a little too loud. I can't actually hear my playing over this. I want to hear it just enough so that I can try and bury the notes in there. So one of the things that you can do when you're practicing any kind of play along, like the nearly 1,000 hours worth of content that's available for free on my website, is you want to focus on trying to playing so in time that it basically hides the thing that you're playing along to. So this is how you can actually practice listening in. So if you're on a drum line or you're just like playing drum kit or drum set and you really want to just be rhythmically precise, you want to line up perfectly with a metronome so that it kind of like hides it. You can't actually hear it, the initial attack of it. You might hear the overlaying tones that kind of like come after it, like the release, but you won't actually hear the actual fundamental initial attack. So it's the same thing with any of these play-alongs. My goal is to make it so that I can bury the notes and make it so that I can't hear them when I am practicing along to it. So that's the plan, at least. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. All right, let's try 115, and then I'm going to stretch. Hello. How you doing this morning? I'm trying to warm up. You know what? Now it's too quiet. Let's try here. And back up. I am good. My hands are not great, but that's why I'm warming up. Haven't played in forever. Slurred. That was better. Thank you. I appreciate it. So that was to get the hands warmed up. Let's switch cams. Like that one. You can see my overhead cam. It's got a counterweight on it. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually stretch. So I'm going to take both the sticks and then hold them. And this one's a little weird, but hopefully the overhead cam kind of shows you what it looks like from your perspective. So you take your wrist, you move it in, and then you move in on the other side, and oh, you push out. Oh, yeah. Oh, my wrists are tight. Whenever I take these extended breaks like this, like I had to stop drumming for basically most of my dissertation writing process because that just took forever. But whenever I take them and then I come back, my wrists are always like, no! They're not used to the abuse. Ooh. Okay, so then we go back out the way that you came in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch the tendons, so the underside. So I could do it this way, or I could actually do like both arms at the same time by just kind of putting it on the pad or even going up to a wall like this and doing that. If you put like your hands higher or lower, it will kind of change the amount of tension or pressure you're putting on it, but you want to not do too much because you don't want to like pull it and then just like pop everything in there. So I'm going to do this both at the same time. And stretch. You know, Toybot, I gotta say, when I saw your name pop up as like somebody who is following on Twitch, which thank you for that, I assumed it was just going to be a bot account because it says bot in the name. So I assumed that you weren't actually a person. Maybe you're a really advanced AI and you're just able to respond to whatever's going on in the stream, which in that case, good programming. Okay, so now I'm going to stretch the top part of the forearms. So I'm going to do the same thing except just going to the opposite side. You know, if I were a bot, I would say the same person. I'm just messing with you. I used to do World of Warcraft where I would play two tunes at the same time. So I would like multi-window or multi-box. So would have my main on the main screen and then like a smaller screen that would show my alt. And so I'd play both of them using like shift to control the alt keys and then normal to play normally. And I would, whenever I was doing that, people would always like ask, are you a bot? I would always respond with like jokes like beep, boop, beep, beep, and just like stuff like that. And then they try and get me kicked out, but I was actually a person. I was just messing with them. So yeah, I do still play Fortnite. I'm stretching my fingers now, by the way. Doing them both at the same time. So I haven't been streaming. This is like the first time in like almost 3 months that I've streamed because of travel and just all sorts of stuff. But I should be on Fortnite Monday evening, I believe. So hopefully Dr. Neurolab will be able to jump on. He's working on some grant stuff, so he might not be on a Monday, but I should be on there. Toy, do you also play Fortnite? Or do you play the drums as well? Just did an Elden Ring stream earlier, and after having not played that game in over 3 months, or just under 3 months, I was terrible. It was great. Awesome. How long have you been playing the drums? I'm going to massage now, so I'm going to focus on using the fingers and then the thumb to massage like this. I've been playing the drums since 8th grade, which was 1998, I think. Yeah, the fall of 1998. So, a very long time. But I had to, like, take a break when I was working on school stuff. So, like, for my dissertation, even though it's in music education, like, there was, like, no drumming involved. It was just nonstop research and whatnot. And then I came back to drumming again. 2 years. Nice. Do you play drum kit, or do you do, like, rudimental and percussion stuff? My primary is, like, rudimental, and then drum kit is, like, something I'm, like, trying to work on, because I was like, okay, I need to learn this thing. And I'm not great at it yet. Oh, my arms are so sore. What's nice is like whenever I do these stretches, I can like, especially if I haven't been playing for a while, I can feel like the blood flow increase. It's just, oh, it feels so much better after doing the massages and whatnot. Mostly play drum kit. Cool. Yeah, I marched, did DCI, drumline, snare for a few years, and didn't touch drum kit like at all. Really didn't start learning it until between my master's and my doctorate. Like I had like this time in between where I was like, what do I want to work on while I'm not in school? And so I studied drum kit with Dom Moyo, who is a professor at Arizona State University, and he's a phenomenal drummer. And yeah, learned a lot from it. It's fun, but I'm not great at it. That's why I practice. Okay, I'm going to massage, so I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do the top part. So I don't have the time to do Fortnite today, because I'm doing this like drum stream for another 40 or so minutes, because I need to practice, and then I'll be on Fortnite again on Monday. So especially if Dr. Neurolab is not there, feel free to hit me up in the chat and we can join. If Dr. Neurolab is there and we have an opening in the slot, just feel free to like send a message in the chat. Any of them, whether it's on here on Twitch or on YouTube or Facebook, all three of them are live simultaneously, and I can see all three chats at the same time. So if somebody right now is watching on YouTube, they're going to think I'm talking to no one, but there is somebody there, I promise. Or maybe I'm off my meds. Okay, now I'm going to massage the other one. You'll notice the other thing that I was doing is I massage from base to tip for the fingers, just to try and loosen them up. Whew. And get nice and relaxed. And Toy, I've been, like Neuro and I have been playing a lot of no build. And honestly, I've been having more fun with that than with build. I don't know if it's because I like took a break and like couldn't practice builds forever, but focusing on strategy and aim rather than like, oh, somebody built a tower after I fired a single shot. Like, it's been fun. You love no build as well? Sweet. Then yeah, Monday we should definitely do it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to speed this up. So I'm going to go down to the timestamps, and I'm going to go to 120. So this is faster than I was playing before. I'm going to lower my height slightly and just stay nice and loose, or at least attempt to. And let's show the screen. Here we go. A little slurred. All right. Stop. Stop. It didn't want to stop. Yeah, so you may have heard when I was playing that, I said that it was a little slurred out. So a slurred herta is, instead of making it digga-da, it's like da-ga-ga-da-ga-da. So it's like a weird like triplet with like a hiccup in it. But what we want is just an isolated note that is not there. That one is missing. Like that. So we want, as opposed to almost like a triplet sound. The way that I heard this, and I'll do the family-friendly version of this, is that instead of saying a sentence like, how are you, the way that a slurred out sound would be like, how are you? And so we don't want our rhythms to sound that way. We want to enunciate all of them. So when I'm doing these inverts or the inverted diddles with the hertas or the hertas themselves, I want to make sure I don't slur them out and slow things down. So, after I do these warm-ups, I am intentionally trying to find a breaking point, and it just gives me some data of some things to work on next. So I'm going to try and play faster than is going to sound good. So it's not going to sound great, but that's okay. It's like a little clicking sound with this right stick. It's weird. Slow. Ugh. Stop. Yeah, so definitely a breaking point there. A lot of things were either slow or slurred out. Like the left hand in particular was a little bit slow, but that's okay. That was intentional. So that gave me some data. It lets me know that, hey, you could work on that more by slowing it down quite a bit, like into the double-digit tempo, or tempi. That is the plural for tempo. It's also a location, spelled differently. Cool. Let's go back. Exit. Go backward. Now I'm going to do the chop stuff that's on the website. So there's a ton of different grid variations, and maybe I'll do some of those a little bit later, but I want to do some like shopping sprees and stuff because they're fun. And again, I'm just trying to chop out, so I'm intentionally just trying to have some fun, play faster than I think I should, and we'll see how it goes. So big and whoops, show. Let's do 130. We'll see how this goes. Thank you, Toy. I appreciate it. Says 99 Blue Devil shopping spree. Ugh. That ending was like... My left hand was too tight, so that's what happened there. 140. Too loose there. That was a much better ending. Let's go faster. Let's make it sound bad. I almost went to 160. I was too excited. Let's try 150 first. All right. Now we'll do 160. Normally, if I was like working on this for technique, I would go one click at a time, 1 BPM. But for this, I'm just trying to chop out. So jumping by tens. Ugh. This third line, I rushed that, and then the ending was bleh. Let's try 165. That's most likely going to be too fast for me. and that's okay. Yep, too fast. It was fun though. That's what matters. Whoa, too far. We're doing that later. So whenever doing any kind of like practicing, there's the, hey, I'm sitting and actually refining and working on something. And then there's the, hey, I'm just trying to have fun and enjoy playing. If all you do is focus on one at the cost of the other, it's going to have a significantly negative impact on your playing. You're either not going to improve because you're only playing the things that you have that's fun, or you're not going to have any fun and you're not going to want to practice because all you're doing is working on the grind. And while I tend to spend maybe 90-95% of my time on the grind because I know that's what long-term is going to make me better, you got to spend like 5 to 10% of your time just having fun and making music. And that's all I'm doing for today's stream. It's just because like I haven't played in a couple months. I just want to get back into it by wearing my arms out, just having some fun. So let's do... I appreciate it. Thank you. Some people on social media disagree, and that's okay. Not for everybody. We're going to do float drag variations. This is a fun one, but let's do... Let's do chutichuhs. These are good. Which sounds like something you would not want to order at a restaurant. Let's try a 130. Yeah, waiter, I'll have the cheese chutichuh. Ugh. No. If I ever open a restaurant, I'm gonna name them after rudiments. All the items will be a rudiment. Too slow. I want to chop out. So we're going to jump up 20. Famous last words. Try 5 clicks faster. This one, like, when you play something like really fast and you get your hands really going, you can like feel just like the blood flow. Like, look at the veins flowing in there, and I can feel my heart rate increase. I love it. All right, 155. So float drag variations with cheese chutichuh, attempting at 155. We'll see how it goes. This is a check. Off the left. Whew, slowed down a little bit at the end. And then my left hand accents were a little bit lower than my right hand. So some things to work on, but I was intentionally trying to find a breaking point, and I found it. Cool. That was a good one. Got my heart rate going. Cool. Hey, Toy, I appreciate you stopping by. Hope you have a good trip wherever you're going with your mom. Let's do a different chop exercise, and... Let's do Chicago. And we're going to do 100. So this is 16th notes, so 100 is much faster. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Oh, I appreciate it. I hope you do as well. That one's a fun one. I like the book report variation on the second half. Cool. Let's go faster. 110. This is probably going to be a breaking point. Stay tuned, folks. We'll find out. Today's episode of Jared Plays Things Fast. Oops. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's definitely right at that edge of like, uh-oh. Slow it down, Jared. No. I refuse. I'm trying to burn my arms out. 115. That'll do it. No. Can't have that late of an attack. Let's try it again. Here we go. Okay. I need water. Time for an ASMR break. Yeah, that was fun. I dig that exercise. Okay. Let's go back. Excuse me. Hiccup. Nope, not that far. We'll see that one later. Okay. You know, instead of doing a chop exercise, I'm going to do a grid exercise that works on your chops. Let's do triplet. There's like 300 and some odd chop exercises. So, grid exercises. So there's 178 here. And then for 16th note, there's 221. So, a lot. Let's do... No. Let's do Flam 5. We're going to do Flam 5 after an accent. Those are fun. So we go, yeah, Flam 5 variations. Before, Flam 5 after. Here we go. No. Okay. We'll see how 130 is. So every accent's gonna have a Flam 5 after it. Bad, Jared, bad. Let's try that again. That did not happen. Press the rewind button. It will sound great, I promise. All right, not bad. Well, it got better at least. 140. So rhythmically it was fine, but the heights were a little high on the left. A little slow. Yeah, so the left hand grace notes. When you're doing flam fives after an accent, you really got to focus on those grace note heights. And make sure that you're not raising up the primary note as well. So it's like a pseudo accent. We just want... That didn't sound good. We just want it to be nice and low from that starting point. So it's hard to get that accent all the way down into a low grace note on the right. But you also got to make sure that your left hand doesn't look like that. So... Ew, I slurred out one of those. Slurred out again. Slowed down the last one. A little bit better. Okay, let's try this faster. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. I don't know if you can actually hear those squeaks. But I certainly can. And if you can't, just imagine squeak sounds. No! What my brain just attempted to do was just flam 5 on 2. That's not what is written there. It's flam 5 after an accent. Come on, brain. Let's try it again. That, like, in terms of how well it sounded, that was definitely a breaking point for me. But in terms of, like, the physicality of just, like, hammering in the notes, I could probably go faster. But because it didn't sound great, I'm just going to say, yes, 150, you won. Good job. Respawn at the site of grace. Okay. Let's go back to a chop exercise. I want to do another spurry. We're going to do 4210. Boop. And description. I'll start at 140. This is a fun one. Normal shopping spree. 4 counts of check and rudiment. And then it gets weird. Well, logical, but it gets fun. On page 2, that is. Right here is 2 counts of everything. One count. Ah. And then you get rid of the check for the 0. Let's go faster than we can. 150 is probably not that. The 0 at the end might be, but the rest of it should be fine. last chutichuhs, blah. You may have heard that there are some extra rim shots in there. It's not notated, but it's implied. You'll know as you play it more when you're supposed to insert them on, you know, a diddle. That was called a joke. Okay, 160. Ew. Last chutichuhs. I need another water break. For those of you who have been following me for a while, you may have noticed in my last drum stream, I did not have a ring on. I got a replacement after that one got lost in the river. And it doesn't click as much because it's not oversized. So, yes. Win. And I say that in jest, but, like, some people notice that stuff, like, whether or not you do or don't have a ring. Back when I used to teach elementary general music, the, like, day after I found out I was unexpectedly getting divorced from my ex-wife is, like, I obviously didn't wear a ring. In, like, the very first class, one of the kids just, like, went up and, like, grabbed my hand and is like, "Where's your ring?" It's like, and emotions. It was great. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Thanks, kid. Straight to the jugular. Okay. Let's do... Oh, I kind of want to do slow right, left, right, right. Paradiddle. No, I'm going to do another grid. I'm going to do a diddle on taps. And I'll do triplet again. Diddle variations. Diddle on taps. Yeah, that one. Hiccup. No, I'm trying to chop out here. I'm the only one who liked my own video. Okay. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to 195 and play that all the way up through 200, and by the end, my arms will look like Popeye, because it's just going to be like... engorged with blood. Like a full vampire. Okay, 195. And my goal is to stay relaxed. Late. Here we go. I'm an owl. Fun fact. I'm part owl. 200. Yeah! Hey, that's my face. Wearing a different shirt. Look. You can see the veins. Well, maybe you can't too well on that camera, but... yeah. That was fun. I dug it. What does that do? German gaming, computer science, education, content. Oh, interesting. I didn't know it did that. I need to think of something that fits perfectly in there. That would make people actually want to click on it. I guess that first part up to creator is fine. That works. Okay. Anyways, back. Now I'm gonna do slow right, left, right. Slow paradiddles. Let's do with Flam drags. And oh, that's low. Let's do 140. Paradiddle, para. Yeah, I love that exercise. Alright, I got like 10 minutes left. Let's go fast. So this is like a fun shopping spree variation. Check and then Flam drags. Diddle, ew. Let's try this again. So, fun shopping spree variation with paradiddles. Paradiddle, paradiddle. Drags. No! I'm gonna slow that one down a little. Too quick. Here we go. You didn't see that. Shopping spree variation, slow paradiddle. With the accents is the paradiddle. Diddle, paradiddle. Cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Drags. Whee! That was great. I mean, it was fun. The playing wasn't great, but you know what? Maybe you don't know what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. I enjoyed it. You're just here for the ride. No offense. Okay. I did that. That's basically the first page of this. I did those. Suzie. Yeah. And then I'll do 5-4, and then I'm gonna call it. And we'll do 100 again. The lyric-free version of Suzie. You may have noticed that I tried to put in extra left-hand accent and then thought better of it. That doesn't go there, Jared. Okay. 110. Itchy head. It's all that hair up there. Woo! I'm gonna attempt 115. It's not gonna go well. But the real question is, will I have fun trying it? We'll find out. Slowed down a wee bit. But did I have fun? Yeah! Cool. Wee! It's like a roller coaster. Okay. Now I'm going to end this. My arms are getting tired because it's like, no, you haven't used this way in months. I'm going to do 5/4 VK shopping spree. It's a fun one. So let us go back. Lettuce, tomato. And it's this one. Velvet Nights 5/4 shopping spree. Woo, that's quick. Let's start off with a leisurely 100. We'll see how this goes. Today's episode of Drum Yoga. Not bad. By the way, if you're following along and you're like, wow, this is too fast for me, you can go all the way down to 20. You want to hear what that sounds like? Here's 20. Yeah. It's a banger. So, use the timestamps. You can go whatever speed you want whenever you're practicing this at home. Let's go quick. Chop out my hands. That was fun. Let's try 125, and then I'll attempt 130, but I don't think that's gonna go too well. But it'll be a great way to crash and burn at the end of the stream. Relax. Those notes were not written on the page, nor were they implied. Come on, Jared. Ah, there we go. Yeah. crushed some of those cheese. On the left, 130 is gonna be too much. Like, I can, like, already feel my arms just like, no, stop it. You're done for the day. Not true. I got one more go. All right. Crashing and burning with 130. Ew. Crushed. You know, honestly, I thought it was going to go worse than that. Win. Cool. I'm going to move this. Go back to your home. Okay. You don't need to see the top of my head, so I'm going to boop, hide that. So you don't have to look at the top side of my butt or my head, which may be the same thing, depending on how you think of me. Okay, so today it was 8:27, and today I did a stream for 59 minutes, and it was the morning, and it was drumming, and I think it was educational in some moments. I thought it was fun, but overall, I honestly think I would say it was goofy. I was more awake than I was in Elden Ring, and I was in a pretty goofy mood. So, if you don't like that, don't care. This is my stream. I'm here to have fun, make music, hopefully teach you something. How was my drumming? My drumming was better than I thought it would be. Quality of the stream, very goofy, fun. I engaged with the chat. Yeah, overall, I dug it. If anybody else is there, I do have the view count hidden, but if you got any comments in terms of, like, how was the quality of my drumming? How was the quality of the stream itself? What did you like? What did you not like? Let me know in the chat or chats. And I actually didn't end up using this one today, but this is where I'd like keep track of how fast did I go last time I did this. But if you're interested, where on earth did I get all of that stuff in terms of all the play-alongs? JaredO'Leary.com/drum, or just go to here and go to the drumming content. It's this. There's just under 1,000. Actually, there's like 12 more hours I need to add, I believe, as of today. But there's like just under 1,000 hours of drumming content on here, so it'll keep you busy for a while. So hopefully, if you don't like these streams, that's cool. Check out this stuff. There's a ton. So anyways, thank you for anybody who stopped by. I will be on tomorrow. So if you go to the, let me go back. Let me show you this. If you go to the lessons and tips, there's a section in here that when is my next stream, and it's not like 100% accurate, but it's like a general, here's when I plan to stream. If I get sick, I'll just go in and delete it like the day of. So if you want to like relatively up to date in Eastern time, when am I going to be streaming next? Okay, well it says Elden Ring tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. my time, 9 a.m. Eastern time. And then I'll do a drum chop exercise and probably even get on the drum kit tomorrow and completely have myself on there. So that's the plan. But thank you for anyone who stopped by. Thank you, Toy, for chatting. And anybody else who was attempting to chat, it may have been blocked, and I don't see any of those at all. So, sorry. Autofilters. Fun times. I hope you all have a great rest of your day.